happening, y'all? It's your boy George Lamont. Listen to my man DJ Frankie Cutlass, Freestyle Classics, Monday night, y'all.
What's up? This is K7 from TKA, and you're checking out the Monday Night Freestyle Classics, bringing you the very best in freestyle. It's the legendary DJ Frankie Cutlass.
Well, hello everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Happy Motivational Mondays. Hope everyone had a great, long, extended weekend. I know for me it was a little bit of work, a little bit of play. I was working over the weekend. On the Saturday, I think Alex closed or contracted a deal over the weekend, in which I'm playing a part of that transaction. So it's been a productive weekend, to say the least. Thank you for tuning in to another live Motivational Monday here at Hilco Homes. I was doing a show earlier this afternoon with Marco Romero and his show, Romero Roadmap, and that was pretty cool. So big shout out to Marco Romero. Having my coffee break here, iced coffee. Herbalife. For everyone that knows my show, you all know that I like to start off with a little freestyle. And this is Frankie Cutlass. You can see on my screen, this is live. He's based out of the East Coast. And for all you freestyle lovers out there, I like to break it up a little bit, have a little fun, start off the show with a little freestyle.
She had a little accident this weekend.
I'll lower it down a little bit for you, because I know with some people that can't hear it too well, when I have the music too loud. So big shout outs to Jesse Bodak, Jonathan's on the 1-2s here with me, David, Joe Bouchel from New York City's on, and today we're going to be going over cold calling. So as you know, on Monday's shows we get a lot of feedback and a lot of local and national wholesalers, investors out there who have questions about their deals or may need some help in getting it to the finish line. I was able to communicate with a few wholesalers this weekend, and they offered me some addresses to follow up on. So we're going to be cold calling these properties here in San Antonio in a minute. So you see in today's title, the title of the class here is Live Cold Calling Seller Leads, and that's what we'll be working on today. Alright, so as usual, if you have any questions or any comments you want to put on there, give me some likes, give me some shares, give me some hearts, and show. Let's get this party going here. First property we're going to be going after here is a local property which I don't have too much information on. This was a bird dog who sent me this one. Big ups to Sharon. Sharon, if you're watching, thank you for this lead. We're going to go ahead and start doing our research here and getting my websites up so I can make a phone call and hopefully get the phone number, because I don't even have a phone number. So first thing we're doing here is going to go ahead and just get a little idea of what we're looking into in terms of what we're getting our cells into here. Pull up the address, find out what the location is. It's over by Pecan Valley, which is one of the hot neighborhoods now in San Antonio. Hot. It's over by the southeast part of San Antonio. You can see here with my cursor. San Antonio is up here in the top left, and the property is down here. Okay, so let me get some eyeballs on this.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. That's the property there.
Hey.
Let me lower this a little bit. So now that we have a little eyes on it, we see that it's looked like a two-car garage at one time. One on the left, one on the right. They still have a two-car garage. Great. Let's see. Get a good idea of what the property condition is looking like. What's across the street? We have some type of parking lot, private commercial property across the street. Doesn't look anything of an eyesore, so that's good. Going to do an aerial view of the property real quickly here. You can see the front of the home here, and it's got some posts there, which is a bit odd. But nonetheless, let me do an aerial view of the property first. And you can see from here, get a better feel of what's going on with the property. Looks like there's a little casita in the back. If you can see my cursor, or I'm circling, there's a little casita. Looks like that does not look like a garage, because the garage is over here. So that would tell me, first of all, I don't know how far back it's going. They could go all the way back to these sheds back here. So they got multiple structures in the back. You can zoom in a little bit. These definitely look like sheds. Definitely looks like a casita in the back. What else? It's a bit larger lot than typical, I think. A little bit larger. All right. So with that, we can go ahead and pull up the tax record. Sam, thank you for watching. Cornies, Esther, hi Esther, how are you today? All right, let's go ahead and pull up the tax record on this bad boy. 318 Chandler. So I'd like to thank everybody who's sending me leads, like Sharon, and also I'm going to be going over some leads from Jesse. Jesse Bondoc has sent me a few leads, so we're going to be going over those as well. Chandler, 318 Chandler. Okay, it's either I'm typing the address wrong, or I'm going blind, or maybe both. But both properties not showing up on Chandler. So let me try this to get Chandler. 318. All right. No address. I'm going to try CRS here for a second. 318. CRS is also a good website for pulling up properties. And what happens is when I get a couple of... so what happens is when you have, what do you call it, bird dogs, and they're scouting neighborhoods, sometimes they got their address incorrect. So if you can see here, on this property, I'm on Chandler here. The address actually populated across the street. So this one has a totally different address. If you look at the Gmap over here, it says 4262 Chandler. Let me see if I can pull up that address. See, 318 Chandler Road. Yep. That might be an incorrect address that I have, so I don't want to take too much time on looking for the right address if I have the incorrect address. Let me just double check my text message and where it came from so that I'm not anything wrong here. So 318 Chandler, yeah, 318. Okay, so that's, you have to be careful sometimes in that it has the wrong address. So you can always try to put in the neighbor's address, but then you got to do more research for that and finding out what the neighbor's address is. Like, 320 Chandler. Let's see if that populates. If not, we'll move on to the next property that we have for tonight. Again, 0. So, all right. So I'm gonna have to double check that off camera here for that property. So next, let's move on to another property here that I was given today. This one was given to me today by another friend of mine called Jesse, and he is working with me on a sub-2 deal that we walked the other day. The seller has ghosted us, looks like, but hopefully we can get her back on board and have us sign a contract with us, right? Okay, so here is 6710 Prescott. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, and this one is a new subdivision. So for all you new wholesalers out there that are doing this business and you see a new subdivision and you say, well, that might not be a wholesale deal because it's just too new and there's not enough spread in there to make any money. You need to start thinking outside the box a little bit, because what you could do with these new subdivisions like this one, is you could sub to them. So when you see new subdivision like this one here, this house is not even built here. You see, it's brand new house. Keep in mind, don't think you should walk away from it. Always consider doing a sub 2. So let me pull up the address on this one. $6710 Prescott. Okay, so I assume it's Prescott Dam, and if you're watching, Jesse, I have Prescott Dam as the property owner, and it's Brown and Paisley, 6710 Prescott. Okay, so let's go ahead and a little music here for a second. What's up? Yes, another motivational Mondays. Woo! All right, okay. So this one is in the Monterey Village area of San Antonio. The tax assessment is $220,000. Taxes a year are almost $6,000. It's built 2014, so it's only 4 years old. All right, and it was built by Imagine Home Builders, which are pretty good home builders. Let's see if we can give this guy a call. He also has a homestead exemption, as you see here, exemption HS. It does not stand for high school. It stands for home exemption, homestead exemption. Okay, that's if you have your if it's used as your primary home in San Antonio, in Texas. You get a discount on the tax. Okay. All right, guys. We got there. John Musco, thank you for watching. Estacio, hello, Estacio. Elizabeth Foreman. All right, so let's go ahead and give this guy a call. I have the phone numbers and I have some information about the property. He doesn't know I'm going to be calling him. And from what I see here in the notes, the ARV is $250, and he is asking $185, and he's behind on his loan by $10,000. So that's interesting, right? Okay, so we got some inside information on this property. It was given to me by a local investor here in the neighborhood. So with that said, let me jump on the phone here. All right. Now we use a program called CallRail to make the phone calls. So I'm going to plug in the phone number.
Yeah, we'll be on the phone too, by the way. So I'll try to keep it down for you.
Thank you. It goes to my phone. I have to accept the call and then hit the number 1 button, and that starts to ring the phone. Hello, may I please speak to Anthony? Hi, Anthony. My name is Hernando. I hope I'm not bothering you. Just wanted to reach out to you quickly on the property on Prescott. Yeah, over there, Prescott Dam. So I just wanted to touch base with you to see if you're still considering selling that property there on Monterey Village. Okay, all right, that's fair. I got a little bit of information from it. This is it's pretty new house, right? It was built like 4 or 5 years ago or something. Okay, 5 years ago. Okay, all right, cool. Can you give me a little information on the house in terms of what are you looking to do?
Yeah, the base of the office.
Right.
I don't live in there. I really don't have intention of living in there.
Okay. So is it rented or is it vacant or how?
It's rented.
Okay. All right. Cool. And in terms of the condition, do you have an idea? Being it's only 4 years old.
It's in almost brand new condition.
Okay. All right. Right. Okay. Cool.
I was living there like a little over a month ago.
A month ago, you were living there. Okay.
Yes.
And what if I was to buy it? I mean, I'm not sure if I want to keep it or for myself or rent it out. What can I get on the rentals for that property, more or less?
It's presently rented now for $18.45.
$18.45, which is pretty good rent for that area, right? For the square footage of the house, right? All right, cool.
Yes.
Now, in terms of what you're looking to sell it for, can you give me an idea where you are with price?
Well, the going price on them is close to about
$250,000. Oh, okay.
That's the going price.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Right. Is that kind of what you paid for it, or you paid a little less for it when you bought the property?
I paid a little less. I have 210 into it.
210,000. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And in terms of your mortgage, are you behind on it, or what's the story with that?
Yes, I'm behind on it a few months, but I have the cash, can catch it up. I'm just waiting on a paperwork from the attorney, and then I can get it done.
Oh, okay. So, you want to